Hello, I'm Jonasz Czerwiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Russian forces attacked Ukraine with 70 drones on Wednesday night, according to the Ukrainian military. Ukrainian Air Defense Forces reportedly shot down 46 of them. Meanwhile, the head of the Kharkiv region reported that 2 women were injured by falling drone debris. The number of wounded from a Russian strike on Zaporizhia on the 8th of January has now increased to 113, 10 of them in serious condition, according to the head of the Zaporizhia Regional Military Administration. According to the latest report, 13 people died as a result of the attack on the city. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, commenting on the attack in Zaporizhia, noted that Russian troops carried out the strike with aerial bombs. Meanwhile, fierce battles continue in the Kursk region of Russia. Ukrainian forces, having launched a new offensive in January, are now attempting to reclaim lost positions. Over the past 24 hours, 48 Russian attacks have been repelled, and clashes in the region remain ongoing. In eastern Ukraine, the most intense fighting is taking place in the directions of Pokrovsk and Kurakhove. Near Pokrovsk, Russian troops are less than 3 kilometers away from the city, intensifying their attacks with guided aerial bombs, artillery and drones. The city is experiencing several disruptions to electricity and water supplies. In the Kurakhove area, Ukrainian forces have successfully repelled 38 Russian attacks. Russian troops are actively attempting to advance deeper into Ukrainian territory, but face determined resistance there. According to the General Staff of Ukraine, 192 combat engagements were reported and recorded across the entire front line over the past day. Ukrainian forces continue to hold back Moscow's offensive, inflicting significant losses in manpower and equipment. In the Middle East, meanwhile, an Israeli strike on Gaza City has killed 9 individuals, according to Palestinian authorities. Also, in central Gaza, at least 10 people were killed in a strike on a family home in the Bureij refugee camp. In Syria's northern Manbij region, 37 people have been killed after battles between Turkish-backed groups and Kurdish-led forces. Reports indicate that at least 322 people have been killed in the fighting in the Manbij countryside since last month. Now, in a spectacular display of precision, Ukrainian drones have struck the Crystal plant in the Russian city of Engels, igniting massive fires that continue to rage uncontrollably. Explosions rip through fuel reservoirs as emergency services scramble to contain the towering inferno. Reports indicate that 2 Russian emergency workers have tragically perished in the blaze, and a state of emergency has now been declared in the region. This drone operation underscores Ukraine's evolving tactics in targeting critical infrastructure deep behind enemy lines. Watch as the sky over Engels glows with flames, a powerful symbol of precision strike and relentless Ukrainian resistance.
Ебать, вообще какая-то хуйня. Там бочка, наверное, взорвалась. Ебать, аж здесь жарит нахуй. Да, там еще бочки взорвались, по-моему. Там что-то дальше горит прям жестко.
Ебанись нахуй! Там нормально, слышь, пацаны-то, блядь?
Хорош! Хорош!
Some say that Ukraine is the only country that can impose sanctions on Russian oil that actually work. Now, moving on to our next feature today, Ukrainian forces have delivered a precise strike on the command center of Russia's 8th Guards Army in the occupied city of Kharkiv in the Donetsk region. The targeted building was a key coordination hub for Russian attacks on Ukrainian military positions and civilian infrastructure in Kurakhove. Reports suggest significant casualties among high-ranking officers and a disruption of enemy operations in the area. This strike highlights Ukraine's continued ability to locate and neutralize critical enemy infrastructure deep behind the front lines. Watch the aftermath of this precision operation and its impact on the battlefield.
Блять. Прилеты прям, это Харциз, да? Да. На въезде прям Харциз прилеты. Фу, блять.
And now, step into the heart of battle with this gripping first-person footage from the Ukrainian 3rd Assault Brigade filmed in Orlivka in the Donetsk region. This archival video captures intense urban combat, close-quarters firefights, adrenaline-pumping engagements in private buildings and the chaotic precision of Ukrainian soldiers under pressure. The footage also showcases the capture of a Russian soldier, adding a raw glimpse into the brutal reality of frontline warfare. While the battle took place last year, its lessons and intensity remain timeless. Let's take a glance at this particular moment in the ongoing conflict.
Нормально, братан? Руки нахуй, вторую руку, блядь, наверх! За голову, блядь!
Так, ебать, где мы щелем, блядь? Тут же был только что.
You know, when looking at footage like that, one has to think about a certain issue. Lex Fridman, during his recent interview with President Zelensky, asked him, "Can't you just forget the Russians?" Well, here is the reason why this might be difficult. The Russians came in, destroyed Ukrainian cities, killed Ukrainian civilians, and they keep doing that every single day. To be fair, I am more impressed by what the Ukrainian troops are doing on the front line than by people sitting in a comfortable armchair and trying to just rearrange geopolitics because this is what they think they can do. So yeah, before forgiveness, there has to be a victory. And the West should actually concentrate on that first and talk about issues such as, trying to rearrange the relations between countries and all that later on. Victory has to come first. And with this, we conclude this episode of Military Mind. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.